Hi, I'm Kay, and welcome. This is a space built on the belief that you are already more than enough. Today, I have 4 jobs for you. I enjoy connecting with people and helping them find work that aligns with what they are truly looking for, whatever that may include for you. Let's get started. Default today, our focus is on remote jobs. The first job we'll be looking into is an associate client services role at Inquiring Systems, Inc. This role has a 4-year degree requirement, and it is a full-time job. The salary is listed there. Then it goes into some of the job duties that will be included, such as supporting new client onboarding and ongoing client services. Text. Scheduling assistance, doing some calendar management, and scheduling assistance. And you'll be working with the finance and contracts teams. There are several qualifications for this job. They do say that having a background in nonprofits and fiscal sponsorship is highly preferred, but don't let that deter or stop you from applying. I would go ahead if you have experience that's even remotely close to that. And even if you don't have it, it's just a preference. You'll also need to have experience in Microsoft Office, Salesforce, donor platforms such as GiveButter, and some general Adobe knowledge. They require that you submit your resume and any additional information, such as a cover letter, to the email address on the job listing. A great thing about Idealist is that it has a company profile page, and there's usually a link to the company's website. It's a great way for you to learn more about the company, which is great to see information that you may want to include in your cover letter or to prepare for interviews once you hear back from the company. The next opportunity is the Social Media and Content Associate part-time role with Gifted Savings. This role has a deadline of January 23, 2026, and the compensation. Not every opportunity will have a deadline listed, but it's important to look out for those. There's some detail about what you'll be doing as a social media and content associate, such as leading day-to-day creation, publishing, and managing their digital storytelling and social media presence. It goes into further detail about the platforms you will be using, such as TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as writing engaging content for social media, drafting newsletters, and highlighting milestone programs. You'll also be tracking the social media analytics. One of the requirements that will make you a good fit for this role is having a strong portfolio. And if you don't, guys, you have some time to get it together. It tells you some of the programs they need proficiency in, such as Canva and CapCut. This is a no-code role, so you don't need any coding skills. There are some great benefits with this company, such as it being a fully remote role in the US. The expectation for this role is approximately 20 hours per week, and there's some flexibility requested, as there may be an increase in your hours during peak periods. When you click Apply, it takes you to the actual job listing on their website. You can see it has a spot for your resume and cover letter, and, of course, your awesome portfolio. Let's move on to our next opportunity at Upturn. You're going to select the About at the top of the page, then select Join Us. This company does some pretty impactful work as well. I want to go ahead and show you all some of the benefits that this company has to offer. Wow! 100% employee covered health insurance, dental, vision, and life insurance, as well as 75% coverage for your partner, dependents, or children. There's several other benefits as well. The role we are looking at is the Operations Associate role. This application is due January 9th. This is a fully remote role. This role has several components. You will be administering employee benefits, executing recruiting, leading office administration and logistics, among other duties. This is a remote role in the US with some occasional travel. You can also see the salary is listed for this role. This is an entry-level role, even though it would be a plus for you to have human resources and employee benefits experience. No experience is required. They just need you to align with their mission, be a clear communicator, organized and detail-oriented, and proactive in problem-solving. And I'm just going to add, you need to be able to clearly articulate that in your application and when you're answering their questions. Let's see what the application looks like. It looks pretty straightforward, to be honest. I just want to highlight that this application will not save your progress if you exit without submitting it. You still have a couple days to get it in, and I wish you all the best of luck if you choose to apply to this opportunity. We're going to move to our final opportunity for this week at Listen For. Good for the senior coordinator role that's in the product support department. You'll need to scroll to the bottom of the page and select Careers into the About Us section. Once you are on the Careers page, it goes into additional information about their team and how they got started. Upon clicking the role, you can see this is a fully remote role. Some of the platforms you will be using are SurveyMonkey, Salesforce, and you'll also be using a MySQL database. I really like that this description breaks down your role. 20% of your time will be spent in product operations and maintenance. "40% of the time will be spent in customer support and optimizing user experience. The other part of the time will be doing content and resource development, publishing and maintaining some resources on Zendesk and WordPress, and quality assurance. The key skills and qualifications start with you needing 3 to 5 years in particular areas. I want you to think big with this. For example, if you work in a customer service role and you helped customers by saying, "Click this and reset your password," then you have done some technical customer support. It doesn't have to be super technical. Okay, moving on. There are several soft skills that are required for this role. You can work anywhere in the United States in this role. It lists the hours they want you to be available to work and the salary, which I highlighted. There's a cover letter required with some specific information that needs to be included, and your resume is required as well. The priority deadline has passed for this role. I would say get your application in as soon as possible. They're looking to make an offer around February 14, 2026, so apply if it resonates with you. Be sure to follow the instructions on how to save your resume and or cover letter. It gives you that information in detail. All right. Thanks for joining me today. Apply if the shoe fits, and if it doesn't, be sure to share and pass it on. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if this video was useful or you just want to say hi. Oh, and remember, you never know whose life you may impact. Be kind. And always remember, you are more than enough. See you next time.